Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands. Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Second and 5. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Again, he'll drop to throw. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. They'll look to throw again. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Bud Dupree in there to drop him for a loss on the play.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Now back to throw. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 16. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Another completion right back to Patterson. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
Come on.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. Back to throw again. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Cameron Jordan just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out.
And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Falcons are able to move back in front. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get him 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. 63 yards rushing for him in this first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Play action, it's Tannehill. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he'll wind up getting this to the 32. A play that started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. 1st down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. That's good for 28 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up for the 1st and goal.
Kamara is into the end zone for a Saints touchdown. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 17-14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
But right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And some space here. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A nice pickup there, 18 yards. 1st down, Falcons. He'll look to throw. Airing it out, looking for Ridley.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
And the Saints are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You had horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Brandon, that's what you call being manhandled at the point of attack. And I know the offensive line gets a lot of blame for that one. But occasionally, the defense just knows what you're going to do. Maybe they scouted it perfectly. Maybe someone tipped it off. But on that play, it had no chance.
Over the middle, into the hands of Michael Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Here we go on fourth. Tannehill.
Slant pass complete to Olave. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
So the fourth down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. The ball is out. Kamara fumbled it.
But fortunately, the Saints were able to hold on to it, so they will indeed keep possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. On first down, it's Tannehill.
Open man is the tight end, Troutman.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
Here's Tannehill.
That pass is caught by Hardy. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
To throw is Tannehill. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints.
Adam Troutman.
A 14-yard touchdown.
And the Saints will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Lutz good on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guy.
Well, this is intercepted. They get Ridder for the third time. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Saints are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. It'll be a gain of 3 on what should be the final play of this first half. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium. But you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in. And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Second down, and it's Kamara again.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by A.J. Terrell.
That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've got to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
A little jet sweep to start the drive.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43.
Back to throw now on first down.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. This one caught by Ridley. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run with Patterson.
They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
They'll set up a throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby.
And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. Well, Charles, I know you appreciate seeing this great defense, especially with the heightened intensity of the postseason. These two defenses, they have risen to the occasion to force back-to-back interceptions.
You know me well, Brandon. I always stand with my fellow defenders. I love watching them make plays, and you nailed it. It's playoff time. This is when it matters most.
Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Okay, ready? About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Got a man. It's Patterson, complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away. Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got a key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
And now here is another interception.
And the Saints are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
In motion goes the tight end. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara.
And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They run it again with Kamara. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Here's Tannehill.
He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
1 quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Here we go. Play.
A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again.
And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
Open man is Michael Thomas. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 35. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Here's Kamara off the draw. And some room to run now. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round, but I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel, make sure they get their security deposit back.
Lutz with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far. And they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. 23 yards on the play.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, A loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. He'll look to throw. Pass incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
They'll look to throw again.
Yeah, he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
Here we go.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw.
And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game.
And the Falcons have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that cuts this lead down to 13.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they are looking good. A 2-score lead here in this 4th quarter as they hope to capture a spot in the divisional round next weekend.
Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
139 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
Troy Anderson, the man on the tackle.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they got it going today.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And the lead will hold at 13. Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Goodwin.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
This pass is caught by London.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Looking to throw. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And the lead will shrink to 6. So just over 90 seconds to play, and this would figure to be about as critical as it gets here. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. Grady Jarrett with the tackle. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down.
And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will make this a 9-point lead. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game, his 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Yeah, get to the wild card game, check, got that done. Win a wild card game, big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.